Welcome back, traders, to the second recording of today, which is where we take a look at the USD or major pairs and analyze them for the day for you guys. And here today we are going to start on, as usual, Euro USD, but meanwhile the first recording is out and you can do well to watch till the end, where I went over CFDs, the indices, and a few cryptos, so you can do well to watch those. All right, we've had such quiet moves yesterday during the US presidential election, and I did some uploads yesterday telling you what to expect from the market, and which majority of them, if not over 80% of them, played out and still in play. So even though some of the moves went way higher than and lower than I thought or I forecasted, but yeah, that's some good amount of money for you, okay, if you know how to really trade. So let's move on to Euro USD. So Euro USD, remember yesterday I told you that this could come down for this and still go back up. All right, now the thing is, it started from here. It was here yesterday when I did the recording. I said we are going to see this, or it is going to form this, come down, go back. When you see this here, and it's going to come down for this and go back up. So those were the two options. So it took one, which was this, went back up, broke the top, and then started coming back. So I sold it though during after market open, like a few hours after market open. I sold this. I sold GBP USD, I sold NZD USD, I sold AUD USD, I bought USD card, I bought USD JPY. The only one I didn't buy was USD CHF because of the way it was looking, even though I know it was going to go up some more, but I didn't think the move would go far, so I didn't bother risking anything there. So here is the thing, it went up and it came down like forecasted, but it came down much more than forecasted, and this is it. If you sold this, you made money, because my take profit was somewhere around here. It hit my take profit. All of them, almost all of them hit my take profit, apart from USD JPY, which I closed manually because it was pulling back. So I thought it's going to reverse or going to start making a correction, which I don't know how deep it will be. So I closed it manually with a good amount of profit though. But here is the thing, with what has happened here, it means that all the correction we were looking for was just right here. It means that all the correction we were looking for was just right there, and this was the top, and I didn't see that coming. But the good thing is that we must not milk everything that is in this move before we make money. So getting half of the move is well enough, and I am glad that my analysis and forecasts, they play out like almost all the time, always. Like I have a high percentage. You can go back to my previous videos and see for yourself. So now the question here is, are we going back up? That's the question. If we are truly really going back up, we need to go back to the bigger picture and see what we have. So we have this coming down, we have this that looks like a correction, and then okay, so on the 1 hour, if it's going to continue going down on the 1 hour, we are going to wait for a correction. Since it has broken this low, wait for a correction here and sell. Before you jump into the buys or the sells, before you buy, make sure it does something significant on the 1 hour And when I say significant, I mean a flag before you consider buying, because this whole thing could reverse. It could be messy here before it finally continues going down or continues selling. So don't jump into the buys, don't jump into the sells. Wait for solid confirmations. I think same goes to GBP USD. So I used this one as a thumbnail yesterday. You can watch my video yesterday. I used it as a thumbnail where I said buy, sell here, and buy here. So now let's just divide this into percentages. You can see that the buy here was, which is 33.3%. So on only GBP USD, 33.3% gotten accurately. 33.3% gotten accurately. That's over 66% accuracy only on GBP USD for yesterday. And I didn't know the move would delay and this will happen during Asian section. I didn't know, but you can see the accuracy. You can see the wonders of wave analysis, telling you this will stop short somewhere and will come back. And it did exactly what I said it would do, and that's very interesting. That is very, very interesting. But now here is the thing. Before we move on, let's take these ones out. Yesterday the analysis was that this was going to do this, was going to come back for this, I was going to go back up for this, and after that we might consider this dropping or forming a correction to continue going up. That was the forecast yesterday. So you can see it did this, it did this, and that's amazing because I bought this, it hit my take profit, I sold it from the top here. I sold very, very early. Let's take this out. I sold very early, I sold here. Yeah, I sold here. When I saw this correction, saw this, I sold here. But my stop was a bit above. So it pulled back. This ended up becoming a correction. It pulled back, gave a new top, and then voila, this started happening. So you can see if I was awake, it hit my take profit though, which was around here. Because of this, I thought it was okay going to do this. So at least 100% of it. So my take profit was here, there, exactly where it formed that correction. So when I woke up during the night, checked on the trades, I saw it had already taken hit my take profit, sorry, and I just left it because I was waiting for this impulse, and at least it's going to take some time, a few hours, and then by the time I'm up in the morning, I should be able to look if I can get that trade or not. So but I woke up this morning and I saw the market around there, and that's okay, it's good. We made some money, and that's the most important thing. So now the question is this: we've had this move, we've had this move, we've had this move here. The question is, are we having this? Is this going to be an expanding flat, and are we having this? I don't know if we're having that. But here is the thing: whether we are having it or not is not the bone of contention here. If you want to trade it, go to the 15 minutes. It's making an impulse. Wait for it to make a good impulse. Wait for a good flag before you can buy it, because this can still be the first impulse into a possible correction here for downside or sales continuation. So you know what that means, right? Yeah. Don't jump into this because you're seeing the candle pushing and you feel the FOMO. You're going to be left behind. You're going to be left out. The pips you're going to miss, the money you should have made. No, don't jump into, because you can just jump into, and once your trade is on, it starts doing this and you'll be in regret. And it might do this, you think it will go up, take you out on break even. Does this, forms a correction, does this, forms a correction, does this, and only do this afterwards. By then you already lost the trade because you didn't wait for your confirmation nor follow your trade or trading plan. So taking a look at the big picture, we can see that this right here could be forming correction. Could be forming a correction here. So we just have to wait. Okay, we just have to wait to see what happens. Let's just wait and see what happens. As it stands now, there is no trade for you, both the buys and the sells, even though on here it looks like a buy because we keep making lower lows, and here it keep making lower highs. So here on RSI it might look like it's a buy, but don't jump in. Don't jump in because you're seeing divergence here, and don't jump in because you're seeing divergence here, because it could still turn. Wait for the confirmation if you want to buy, and buy. You can go to the 15 minutes, wait for that confirmation, wait for it to make a very significant impulse. It has done it. Wait for a flag, significant one, and you can then consider to buy. All right, that is the point. That is it. So keep your eye on this one. Let's go to NZD USD. Okay, this one also, I told you we had this in the middle. So it was here yesterday and I told you we're going to have this, and this was optional because of this thing that happened here. The way corrective this move looks, that this is going to complete, and once it completes we're going to have this. Okay, so it did exactly this, it did this, but now it came down to break the low. And you can remember why we have, if you've been watching my analysis and been following me, you can remember why this line was here before and I moved it across here, right? You can remember, right? Because this may not, because why I moved it across here, right? Because this whole thing happening here may not be the move going up. It might still be a part of this correction and will still come down. So that was why I extended this line. And if I am to extend it some more, you can see it's going to go across. It's going to go across here. You can see it, right? Yeah, you can see it too. Anyways, with that being said, let's keep it where it is. We can even bring it back to here, because this can also be a correction on its own, right? Yeah, so it can be a correction on its own. So now here is the question: was this all the correction we had? Was this all the correction we had, and this was it, and we're coming? Could be. For continuation, wait for a correction there on the 1 hour before you jump in. All right, wait for a 1 hour correction before you jump in. And if it's going to buy, if it's going to go up, you also need to wait for an impulse here, wait for a good flag, maybe on the 15 or 1 hour before you do this, because it could also be that this is a part of whatever happened here. I mean, this is a part of this, because we can also get an expanded flat in the middle and we get this. You can still have this, right, before we continue going down. So wait for this to make an impulse, good one on the 15, make a good flag, you can buy it for that move. And as it stands now, I am going to put this way. I'm going to put it this way first. I'm going to put it that way, and let's see if that is what we get. I'm going to put it that way, and I think that's also the same thing I'm going to do for all of them. Let's put it this way, take this out, put it that way, and assume that they all formed an expanding flat in the middle. Let's also go to euro, where we'll now put this to be this, and this becomes the impulse, the correction. We might just be getting something going up to complement this, but I will leave it open because it looks awkward if I put it there. So let's monitor euro though. If it forms a good correction here on the 15 minutes, if it forms a good correction, convincing one, we might decide to buy it. All right, that's it. Let's move on to AUD USD. Yeah, this one also did some wonders, right? Yesterday, you remember I told you this move might come down some more, but then it is going to surely give us this move. I was waiting for that move to come, and then I missed this trade after this correction here. So when I saw it up here, and I'm like, this could still end up being this, I will still come down for this before we go, so there is no need buying it here. So I left it. It went up, but then I sold this one, sold it, and my take profit was somewhere here. It took me out on take profit, and then went wild, went really wild. By the time I woke up this morning, I saw price here, and that's okay. We must not milk everything here. And if I had left it open without setting a take profit, I would have made like 3x of my supposed profit, right? And if I had left it open, my analysis may have also worked 100%, and I would have been taken out on stop loss. So you see, now that we have a change of structure in play, we've got in this move, take it out, we don't need it. We've got in this, take it out, we don't need it. So now that we've gotten this move, and it went so wide and wide, what is the next move? Remember, we have this that didn't break the low, and we started getting this. So we have this, we have this, we have this. Could this be a completion of this? Can we still get this before we go down? Possible, where we have an expanding flat in the middle. So just like the others, wait for a good impulse, wait for a flag, you can buy, or you wait for a correction here to continue selling. Because let's go to the 4 hour and check. Yeah, because this has a long way to still go. So wait for that correction, because this move coming up might still be something like this, and it will still be a completion of this. You can see, right? We have a 1, we have a 1, 2, 3, and we have now 1, 2, 3. So wait for that, wait for that, wait for that, wait for that, wait for it. for it. So USD card that went wild. I bought it somewhere very low. I think it was somewhere here, and my stop was somewhere below. So woke up and it took me out. Or was it the one I took out? Yeah, I think it was the one I closed manually. USD card, not USD JPY. So I closed it manually somewhere here when it started to pull back, because I didn't know how deep this will be. So I closed here. So as you can see, the beauty of it is that we had this analysis, we had this forecast, and if you've been following me, you can see that I have been talking about this move happening before we can continue going up. So as you can see with your own eyes, it has happened, right? That is the beauty of wave analysis, telling you what will happen ahead of time, even before it happens. So if you're not trading wave analysis, I don't know what you're trading with. You might just reconsider though. So yesterday I said this move could have also completed here, and if we get a good flag here that it's going to go up, and I'm most likely going to buy it if I see it. But it ended up, after checking on it late in the New York section, I saw it down here, and when I saw it down here, it was also making an impulse and a flag on the 15 minutes. I didn't hesitate to buy it because I knew this move, I knew this was now this and this, so we get a 1 2 3. So this is a completion of this, and we should be going back up. So I bought it without thinking twice. And as you can see, we got that. Works like magic, right? Yeah, that's what you get when you start trading wave analysis. And now all we need to do is to wait for this correction right here to finish whatever it's doing, and we'll keep on buying it to at least break this stop and break this line. So we have, if we get a good correction here, we can buy it and we can get a 1 to 2 reward. Yeah, can get a 1:2 or a 1:1.5 risk to reward ratio. So that's it for USD card. And then after that, remember this, let me just show you so you won't say no one told you. Remember this. Let me go to the daily. Yeah, better. Remember this. We have this right here. I think I haven't done top-down analysis on USD card, but we have this. So if this breaks this stop, at some point we are going to have this before we continue going up. So bear that in mind. All right, but the immediate trade we are looking at now is to have this form a correction. Maybe you can go down to the 15, yeah, so that it becomes clear. Have it form a correction here, and we can continue buying. So just patiently wait for that. Don't jump into the sales or buys. Just patiently wait for it. It will happen and you'll get good trades. USD JPY. So now remember something. When this was happening yesterday, if you go back and watch my analysis of yesterday, which I think you should do, and I think you should go as far back as when I started this channel and start watching my videos and analysis and see the miracle of wave analysis. Anyways, when this was happening yesterday, I told you that this has happened and this is crawling back up. It could be the move for this, and after that we are going to get this move to break the low, and after that we will get something to keep on buying, right? So this was the one that hits my take profit. I think I had take profit somewhere above here, right? Just in case, to be on a safer side, just in case if it decides to get to that height and pull back. So it's just take me out before it pulls back, and then after the pullback, of course, I will be awake by then. I would still buy it. So it took me out on take profit, which is very awesome, and I made some good amount of money, you know. But then here is the thing. Let me just return back to what I was saying. Now, if you would do me a favor, just go back and watch my analysis yesterday, where I told you that this most likely is this move, and allow it to do whatever it's going to do. It could come up some more. Just allow it, wait for this impulse coming down, wait for a flag, and sell it for this move. And after that, it breaks the low, you're going to buy for this move. This is not me making trade calls for you. It's just me proving to you how good wave analysis is. I haven't seen any way of analyzing the market, approaching the market, or reading the charts that is better than wave analysis, because we forecast into the future, things that will happen days, weeks, months, and even years to come. That's what we forecast, and it happens exactly those ways. So now, I also told you, if this is a part of whatever is happening here, which most likely looks like it is, then we're going to get this after we get this. So the question now is, this might seem to be a complete correction. The question is, are we getting this? Because it will fall short, it will come short to about this length, and which is this. It will come short, fall short to about that length, and we will still go. So keep your eye on this one. That is only if this is a part of whatever is happening here. But if it's not a part of it, wait for this correction and buy. Also, if you've broken this stop, this, if it's not a part of this, we could also be reversing downwards, which I don't think we're doing right now. Okay, so remember, we are yet to get this move. Remember, we are yet to get it. This one right here, let me expand so you see. We are yet to get this move, remember? Yeah, we're yet to get it. So how about this coming down some more, making this a move on its own, using this as an expanding flat to complete this. I have seen this happen several in the market, and if you go back and watch my first recording for today, which are for CFDs, for indices, and for cryptos, you would see that. And if you go back to my yesterday's recording, you'll see that where I mentioned it on NAS or S&P 500, either of those two. I told you, I mentioned it specifically several times. So how about this being that, using this as an expanding flat to complete this? And then some people will say, oh, it's an expanding flat here, we are still waiting for this, and this never happens. And you wouldn't know that the market has used this to complete this, and this move was a completion of it, and we just wouldn't get any single move like that anymore. So keep your eyes on this one. Keep your eyes on this one. All right, keep your eyes on that. So go to the 15. If you get a good correction, it's coming down quite fast, but if you get a pullback, you can sell it to about this length, and then put your stop losses to break even, because it might just be of this measurement. It might also be what I just explained to you right now, having a down and an expanded flat here, going much down to use it in completion of the move we've been anticipating, or I have been anticipating for over 2 weeks now. All right, so that is it. Don't jump in, wait for the correction. USD CHF. So this one works like magic, right? So told you, after we got, you can go back and watch my last week's recording, or yesterday, where I was analyzing this, and I told you this is a guarantee to go up, and if it's a guarantee to go up, this is a guarantee to come down and complete itself. And only after we complete this correction we can go up for this move, for this one coming. So we went up, and I said once we go up to break the top after this completion, we are going to get this move, and we got it. So why I didn't buy this is because this came down pretty deep and formed this here. It was right here when I saw it, and because of this that happened here and it's coming here, and my whole thought process was that it was going to break this stop from this, come down to break this low, completing this before we get this. So I did not buy it. This was the only major pair I did not trade because of the way the nature of whatever it's forming looks like, right? But voila, I woke up and it did wonders. So this was a 1, this was a 2, which we had a 1, 2, 3. So this was the impulse, and whatever happened here was the correction, and it did this. Okay, so this was a 1, a 2, and a 3, contracting flat. So great. And I also told you that after we get this move, you can still go back and watch my videos so you don't think I am lying. I told you after we get this move, the next move up is going to break this top, which is this, and it's going to break the other top, which is, let's go to the 4 hours so you can see, which is this. And after we break both tops, we may be coming down for this move. I told you, right? So at least you can see the magic works, right? It works. So the question right here is, are we now coming down for the move or not? Well, I don't think we are until it proves to me that we are. Okay, we are not until it proves to me that we are. So if I see a good correction here, good impulse on the 1 hour, and a good correction, I would consider selling this. Yeah, I would sell it. I would consider selling it. So that is it. Okay. And now this goes back to our previous analysis where we were expecting this move to happen. Remember, if you've been following me, you would understand. If you have been following me, you would understand. Okay? You would understand. If you've been following me, you understand why I put this back right there. Because we've been expecting that and it's not coming. Keeps on forming correction after correction, and then I took it back to this to say, okay, what if it was that? But now that we have it out of the way, we are good. Okay, so that is it for the major pairs, and let's take a good look at a few of the GBP pairs. And you can see this one has formed quite a good correction here, and it might be coming down for this. It might be coming down for this move, this one. So we formed a good correction here. So if it comes down for this, it might go up for this, and before you know it, we are way at the top, and it comes down for this. Okay, and we go. So since we are on an uptrend, you can allow this to complete, but any impulse you see and a flag to the upside, take it. All right, because that's where we are heading to. So avoid this because you might not really be able to manage the outcome or the risk, knowing fully well that the trade is going to be short-lived. So this one was the one I was looking to go up, and it seems to be disappointing me. I wasn't expecting that flat to be like that. I wasn't expecting this flat to be like this. I was buying yesterday, it wasn't going, so I closed that break even. So because this could now be this, having had this whole cluster here, so I thought it will crawl up to the top, come down, and then we'll start going. So I was leaving it or keeping it for today, but now we have this, and the question is this complete? Are we going up? That's the question. And here is what you need to do. On the 15, you can wait for this to complete whatever it's doing, wait for a good correction or a good flag. You can buy it because this could be all the correction we have, and we are still getting this going up. That is it for GBP card. Keep your eyes on that one. GBP CHF. Okay, so seems this one is playing out like forecasted, and we might be coming down for this. Okay, so keep your eyes on that one too, and it's the one that has been giving us headache for quite some time now, right? Yeah, but it's kind of finally becoming clear while as we're taking it one piece at a time. So here is a thing. Keep your eye on this one. It might not go far. It might not go far before it starts coming down. All right, making it 2, 3. Come down for this. I believe so. Go up for this. So we might have this 1, 2, 3, 4 moves to complete this before we finally come for this. So keep your eye on that, and I think I should put an arrow there so you can know what I am talking about. Let me leave this arrow and see if it plays out the way we forecasted. Let's keep this arrow there. Let's keep this across. Keep it across here. Let's keep this across and see what happens. Let's see what happens. So leave it like that. Let's see what happens. This is GBP CHF and GBP NZD. We're also having this. I bought this yesterday and I bought it some more here. Took me here into profit. I think it came down. Oh, it was coming down here. I closed it here, and I was also having an entry order here. It took me in. It started doing this, so I had to wait for it to get back to break even. I closed it. I knew it was most likely going to crawl up, but I wasn't ready to have it do this because this could already be a completed correction, and this correction could take this form instead of taking this form. Okay, could be looking downwards instead of looking upwards. So there's no need risking it when I know the possibilities of what will happen, and one of them most likely would happen and might not be the favorable one. So there is no need. It's forming a cluster here. It could go up some more, but surely we are getting correction here to go up some more. So keep your eyes on that one. And with that, we've come to the end of the second recording. This has been quite a long one, and we'll now go over to the third one. So leave your comment in the comment sections. If you have any question, leave it there. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and watch till the end. You can also share the video to your friends and help them locate this channel or notice this channel, and that will be a great impact and a great gift to them, because every knowledge I am sharing here, every opportunity is all for free. And like I said, I don't have any course, and I don't plan on getting anyone soon or having anyone soon. So you can come get the knowledge freely, as willingly as you can and as much as you can. Yeah, so see you on the third recording.